Amelia found the invitation tucked in her mailbox. It wasn't like any invitation she'd seen before. The paper shimmered like moonlight on water. It felt cool to the touch. The words were elegant and swirled like smoke. Moonlit market, lunar eclipse, come. Amelia was intrigued. She loved secrets and adventures. A market that appeared only during a lunar eclipse. This was too good to miss. The night of the eclipse arrived. The air crackled with anticipation. Amelia followed the instructions on the invitation. It led her to the edge of town, to a hidden path she'd never noticed. The path wound through the woods, bathed in the silver glow of the eclipse. The invitation glowed faintly in Amelia's hand, guiding her forward. Amelia's heart thumped with excitement. The air grew cooler, filled with the scent of pine and something else, something magical. The path opened into a clearing, bathed in the ethereal light of the eclipsed moon, and there it was, the moonlit market. It was like stepping into another world. Stalls shimmered under the moonlight. Strange and beautiful music drifted through the air. Amelia had never seen so much magic in one place. There were fairies with gossamer wings, their laughter like tinkling bells. A gruff-looking dwarf hammered glowing metal. A majestic unicorn with a silver horn dipped its head to drink from a crystal stream. Amelia was captivated. The market was a riot of colours, scents and sounds. Amelia wandered through the stalls, her eyes wide with wonder. She saw potions that shimmered with every colour imaginable. Crystals pulsed with an inner light. There were enchanted trinkets and whispered spells. It was a treasure trove of magic and mystery. Amelia stopped at a stall piled high with sparkling jewels. A kind-faced old woman with twinkling eyes smiled at her. "Welcome, child. Interested in a charm for good luck? Or perhaps a love potion?" Amelia shook her head, laughing. She was just enjoying the spectacle of it all. As she wandered deeper into the market, the atmosphere shifted. A hush fell over the crowd. Amelia turned a corner and saw a group of people gathered around a stall, their faces grim. She pushed her way through the crowd to see what was happening. At the center of the commotion was a young witch, her face pale and streaked with tears. She clutched her arm, a look of pain etched on her face. On her wrist, a bracelet pulsed with a sickly green light. It was clear something was terribly wrong. Amelia approached the young witch cautiously. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice full of concern. The witch looked up at Amelia, her eyes filled with despair. "This bracelet!" she choked out. "It's cursed!" She struggled to remove it, but it wouldn't budge. The green light pulsed ominously. The crowd murmured amongst themselves, but no one stepped forward to help. Amelia learned the young witch's name was Luna. Luna had bought the bracelet from a sly-looking merchant with a silver tongue. He'd promised it would grant her great power. Instead, it was draining her life force. Amelia felt a surge of anger towards the merchant. How could he prey on someone like Luna? She knew she had to help. Amelia approached the merchant's stall, her jaw set with determination. He was counting a pile of gold, a smug look on his face. He didn't even look up when Amelia slammed her hand on his counter. "You sold a cursed bracelet to that girl?" Amelia accused, her voice trembling with indignation. The merchant finally looked up, his eyes narrowed to slits. "Cursed? Nonsense, young one. It's a powerful artifact. Perhaps she simply isn't strong enough to wield it." Amelia knew he was lying. She could sense the dark magic emanating from the bracelet. "You tricked her," Amelia pressed, her voice firm. "Remove the curse, now." The merchant chuckled, a cold, heartless sound. "There's always a price for breaking a deal made in the moonlit market," he sneered. "And it seems your little friend can't afford it." He glanced pointedly at Luna, who was now slumped against a nearby stall, her face ashen. Amelia knew she had to act fast. She rummaged through her bag, her heart pounding. She didn't have much money, then she remembered. Amelia pulled out a small velvet pouch. Inside lay a single phoenix feather, a gift from her grandmother. It shimmered with a soft, warm light. It was her most prized possession, but Luna's life was at stake. Amelia placed the feather on the counter. "This is a phoenix feather," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "It's imbued with powerful magic. Take it, remove the curse." The merchant's eyes widened. He greedily snatched the feather, his fingers trembling. He recognized its value. With a muttered word and a flick of his wrist, the bracelet unclasped from Luna's wrist. The green light vanished, and the bracelet clattered harmlessly to the ground. Luna gasped, and the color returned to her face. Relief washed over Amelia. She helped Luna to her feet. Luna threw her arms around Amelia. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. "You saved me." Amelia smiled, but inside she was shaken. The moonlit market, for all its wonders, held a darkness she hadn't anticipated. As Luna recovered, Amelia made her promise to be careful of deceptive merchants. She knew not everyone at the market was malicious, but there were shadows lurking beneath the enchantment. Amelia left the moonlit market with a heavy heart. She had witnessed both the wonder and the danger of magic that night. The experience left an indelible mark on her soul. As she walked away, the eclipsed moon began to emerge from the shadow, casting its silvery light once more on the path. Amelia knew she would never forget her night at the moonlit market. She had faced darkness and emerged with a renewed appreciation for the light, and even though it had cost her a precious possession, she felt a deep sense of satisfaction knowing she had made a difference. She had stood up for what was right, and in a world filled with magic and mystery, that was a kind of magic all its own.